name's Jim Guzzaldo. I'm the pastry chef at the Hammock Dunes Club in Palm Coast, Florida. Today I'm going to show you how to put together a dessert that I rolled out recently. This is the Black Forest bag. It's been really popular, well received. I think it's a very approachable dessert. You have the more traditional crowd it can appeal to because it's the Black Forest. It has the traditional components. The more forward-thinking people would like how it's a little bit more abstract. So I'm going to show you how to plate it up and how to make some of the components. Now you want to assemble the bag off the plate. It's eventually going to go on this red plate, but we're going to assemble it off to keep the plate clean. So we take our chocolate bag. We're going to pipe a couple of ounces, maybe 3 ounces of chocolate mousse into the bottom of it. We're going to top that with a black scoop of brandied cherries, making sure to get some of that delicious flavorful liquid right on top of the mousse. Chantilly cream off to the side, or a large size rosette. Chocolate cake chunks. Dust it with powdered sugar. And we're going to put some chocolate shavings kind of coming up out of the bag between the chantilly and the chocolate cake. And then finally, for novelty's sake, we'll do a maraschino cherry into the chantilly. So you can see that. We're going to transfer it then to the plate. And then kind of right in front of it, we're going to do a little pile of chocolate croutons. And then right beside the croutons, a scoop of stracciatella ice cream. Now let's talk about some of the components to that dessert. First off is the chocolate bag. So the chocolate bag is formed in a 1 pound paper bag. And what I do is I take the bag, and I found that if you just try to fill it, it flops over. So the best way I have found to do this is to roll it over on itself. It takes a little bit of dexterity here. So you just roll the bag down. I roll it down the whole length of the bag. So then it's doubled up. So then it's more rigid. It can withstand the weight of the chocolate when you fill it. So then what we're going to do is take the chocolate and fill the bag, and then pour the chocolate out. Let it set completely. And then once it's set, you just peel the paper bag off from around the set chocolate. Now it's important that the chocolate is really well tempered, otherwise it blooms really easily in this vessel. And it can't be coating chocolate. I've tried that, it's not stiff enough. So you need to have that rigid snap that the tempered couverture is going to give it. And it needs to be well tempered again. So you can see that it kind of retains some of that crinkled look. That it looks like a little paper bag. Now, as a kind of a nod to the traditional Black Forest cake concept, I incorporated chocolate cake in 2 different ways in this dessert. I bake off 8-inch rounds of cake, and then I just break it into chunks, and I leave that for the garde-manger people to plate. So I just break it by hand into chunks, and then that's kind of coming out of the bag, dusted with powdered sugar. The second way the cake's incorporated is my chocolate croutons. So I take the same chocolate cake, and I dice it up into 1/4-inch dice, and then I dehydrate it. You can do that in a dehydrator overnight. You can do it in a low oven. And then what I do is I vacuum seal it, and it'll keep for quite a while. I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate cake that's used in this recipe. It's a super easy chocolate cake. So you take 3 cups of sugar, 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons cocoa powder, 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 1/4 teaspoons baking soda, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. So you take those ingredients, sift them together, then 3 eggs, 1 1/2 cups of milk, whole milk is preferred, 3/4 cup oil, that's vegetable oil, canola oil, 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So combine all those liquid ingredients, add those to the dry, and mix it for a couple minutes until it's smooth, 2-3 minutes. And then you add 1 1/2 cups of hot water. So you pour that in slowly, and then scrape down your bowl. Then portion it into your pans and bake at 325 for 30 to 40 minutes until a toothpick comes out clean or it feels firm to the touch. The chocolate mousse that I like to use, I make with 74% chocolate. You could use anything, I'd say at the high 60s to low 70s. And my recipe also incorporates some coffee. I don't describe it as a mocha mousse, but I think the coffee just bumps up the chocolate flavor a little bit. It undergirds that bitter, roasted flavor that you want in a deep chocolate mousse. Now I'm going to show you how to make the chocolate mousse that's used in this recipe. This mousse recipe is a lot of steps, but none of it's very complicated. You'll need 1 gelatin sheet, 10 ounces of dark chocolate, 4 ounces of strong brewed coffee with 2 ounces of granulated sugar, 2 ounces of egg yolks, 4 ounces of egg whites with 1 more ounce of granulated sugar, and 1 pint of heavy cream. What you're going to do is bloom your gelatin, take your chocolate and melt that, then take your coffee, 4 ounces of coffee, and 2 ounces of sugar, bring that to a boil, then put your yolks in a KitchenAid bowl with a whip, and take the liquid, add the bloomed gelatin to the liquid, and then pour it right into the yolks with the whip running, and then keep whipping that until it's cool. It'll take a little while. When that's cool, add the melted chocolate to the yolk mixture, whip that until it's smooth, and while you're doing that, you can whip the egg whites with the 1 ounce of sugar until it's medium stiff. Fold that into the chocolate mixture, and then you whip 1 pint of cream. When that's stiff, then you fold that into the chocolate mixture. Now, chocolate curls, you could use any chocolate curl you like to use. I like to make them. I think they're really easy. I just spread tempered chocolate on the marble, let it set, and then drag a knife across the top of it. I think it's really cost effective. They taste better than a lot of the bought curls, and I can control how they look a little bit better. Again, use whatever you like to use for a rustic kind of more of a shaving kind of a curl. The brandy cherries, you could use any kind of brandy cherries that you like to use. I've been brandying my own cherries, so we're just getting canned dark cherries, and I drain them, and then I do equal parts brandy and the syrup that they come in. I think that it's turning out really nice. It has a nice strong brandy alcohol flavor, and then I just cut those cherries in half. And this dessert is presented on a shallow bowl that I spray with a red cocoa butter. So I use an aerosol spray. If you have a paint spray, you can use that however you want to do it. And just spray the center and wipe the rim. So this does set up then. It's a solid set red cocoa butter. It's not really necessarily intended to be eaten. They can eat it. A lot of times people are scraping it off the plate. But it's more just for the look. It's a nice bold splash of color. It's a nice canvas backdrop for this dessert to sit in front of. The stracciatella ice cream that I use is just, I'm making a vanilla bean ice cream and folding melted bittersweet chocolate into that. You could use chocolate chip ice cream. I could see you doing cookies and cream ice cream with this dessert. That would be good too. I just like stracciatella personally. So thanks for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I'd love to see how you incorporate this into your menu, or just how you can take this and run with it. I think it's a versatile idea that hopefully helps you out.